everyone, and welcome to Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we're going to talk about the Special Olympics here in Ventura County and Santa Barbara. Our guest is Tim Ballaret. He is the Senior Manager of Sports and Programs for the Special Olympics here in Ventura County and Santa Barbara County. Thank you for joining us, Tim. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me, Sandra. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'd like to talk more about the Special Olympics. It's
Yes.
a great statewide organization and also international organization.
Correct.
And there's many programs for both children and adults. So I'd like you to give us a little bit more information about it.
Yes, so our mission at Special Olympics is to provide year-round sports training and competition opportunities for those with intellectual disabilities. We want to use it as a platform to help them succeed and help them grow as individuals with socialization, with making friends, with becoming more healthy, becoming more health conscious, and also just allow them to succeed, have those chances to succeed in something that they may not have ever participated in.
Right. Now, if somebody wants to participate in the program, where would they start?
So they would start with contacting us at our office. They would need to get an application for Special Olympics participation. It's a form they fill out with general information, and we also require a medical doctor to see them to make sure that they're okay to compete with us and that they have some type of intellectual disability. Once they go through that process, they turn that in, they're a Special Olympics athlete and they can participate in any one of our programs.
And how does the program begin? Do they have like a weekly practice session for kids and adults here in the area?
We do. So we go on a season by season basis. So we offer 4 seasons within our Special Olympics community, fall, winter, spring, and summer. And depending on where they're at and where they apply for us, they can jump right into that season that they're in.
Oh, that's good. You know, the vision of Special Olympics, as you mentioned to me, is to promote acceptance, inclusion, and well-being for all people. Can you explain more about that and how the organization strives to continue to do that?
Yes, so we want to provide those opportunities, no matter what age range they're at, what their physical limitations or capabilities are. We want to provide those opportunities for them to participate. And once they do that, they're able to foster this environment where they have this kind of group of friends and group of maybe even mentors. Some of our coaches become mentors for some of our athletes, so that they're able to socialize on different levels. Not just practicing once a week, but maybe they'll go out together as a team, outside of their practices. They're able to go in, have fun together no matter what that looks like. We actually also go into the schools and help out in the school side, where we try to provide inclusive programs and opportunities for school campuses to embrace that idea of inclusiveness and respect and acceptance.
Let's discuss some of the programs here in the community that you offer. And you did mention that you have, of course, seasonal programs. So let's start off with some of those. What could you tell us about those?
So currently, we're in our fall season, which runs from about, I'd say, August to November. We're just at the tail end of that right now. And we offer 5 sports: softball, soccer, tennis, volleyball, and golf. So those are some of the opportunities that we have, and we offer it all around Ventura County. So we have different programs in Simi Valley, in Thousand Oaks, Camarillo, Oxnard, and Ventura. So we have very city-specific, geographic-specific areas that host certain programs and certain sports. So it provides multiple opportunities. So in case you live in the Simi Valley and we don't offer a specific sport in that particular city, there's opportunities to go to Thousand Oaks, or if you're able to come up to Camarillo, and vice versa. So we offer those different opportunities kind of on a geographic basis to make it easier for our athletes to attend. We find a lot of transportation can sometimes be an issue for some of our athletes, so we want to try to be as close to home as we can for them.
What if an adult or a child interested in participating in the program is maybe good in one thing but maybe not in another sport? Can they make the switch? I mean, do they have to participate in all different sports, or can they choose which one they want to exclusively do?
They can definitely choose what they want, depending on the season. Again, if they like softball, they can only play softball in the fall. So if they don't like any of the other sports, we don't force them to try other sports. We encourage it. We want them to experience new things and see maybe it's something they might like in the future.
Right. And that's, like you mentioned, that's a great idea, is to encourage them to try a sport. And if they're good at it, great. And if not, move on to the next one.
Correct. And we find a lot that once they try a sport and they kind of get together with a team, a lot of these teams that we have become kind of all year round teams.
Good.
So that just because they're playing softball in the fall, that same team may also end up being a basketball team. And it's that same group of athletes, and that's that same bond, those same friendships that they forge, that becomes kind of a year-round team. They'll play a fall sport together, they'll play a spring sport together. Maybe they'll even do summer together and play bowling.
So the qualifications, age range-wise, would be 8 and above, correct? Okay.
Yes.
So many of your kids start in the program maybe as youngsters, and they can continue on in the program even through high school and above.
Correct. Our goal is right now to try to get to those younger athletes, get them introduced to it early on, so that way they kind of grow within us through the program. And then again, we can have these junior teams that compete together, and as they grow up and they age out of school and they become adults, they can then become adult teams and continue that trend together.
And let's talk about some of those school programs, especially the Unified Champion program, which is a program here in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. Let's talk about that program and how it is used to encourage kids to be a part of Special Olympics.
Yes, so our Unified Champion School program is a great program. I love it personally. I came from a school setting. I was an educator for many years before coming to Special Olympics, so it's near and dear to me. We try to take this idea of inclusiveness and bring it to all the campuses and have them learn how to create opportunities for the general education students to participate with the special education students. It's not this idea of having them be separated from each other, but providing an opportunity for them to play together in what we call unified sports. We pair up general ed and special ed students together to play on a sport team together against others. We want to have them have opportunities to practice leadership opportunities. So we create these inclusive clubs where we have co-presidents, co-vice presidents between the two areas. And then we practice engagement. We want to engage the whole school in what they're doing. So we invite the whole school to a rally where we recognize some of these athletes who are participating in these unified sports programs. My goal for myself is to create unified school leagues in partnership with our state athletic association. So we want to give opportunities for these athletes to earn high school letters, letterman jackets, compete at the highest level of high school athletics with their peers.
I would imagine that's extremely rewarding for them to have that.
It is, and I find that the general ed students get so much out of it. They have actually even more fun sometimes than those with disabilities, because
that's great.
They're out there, they're playing with them, they're working with them, they've forged those bonds, those friendships. And by the end of it, it's, they're at lunch, eating lunch together.
Right.
Like it's just, like they're just, it's a regular day.
And that makes a big difference of acceptance. I think that really matters to especially many kids, even as you get older now in the high school level. Acceptance is a big social issue. So it does need to resonate well with everybody, and it does. So
it does.
That's good.
And the way I see it, if we can establish these programs at all different levels of schools, elementary, middle school, high school, that our students are getting it over the course of their whole schooling. So that by the time they graduate, maybe they'll bring it to college. Maybe they'll bring it to their adult life. That way, it's always been an experience for them that they can remember and that they can gravitate towards, to like, hey, we can be accepting, inclusive of all people, no matter what their, limitations may be.
And that's very important. Very, very important to many kids, all ages, across the board. As you mentioned, even into adulthood, to carry that with them is very important.
It is.
Let's talk about team wellness. I know that program makes a big difference to a lot of kids and parents. So let's go into that a little bit.
It's one of our newer programs, so we're kind of on this health initiative. And it's something that's new to here to Ventura County. We've started a few programs in different cities. And it's basically a fitness, health, and nutrition program. It's trying to teach our athletes how to practice proper nutrition, what is proper nutrition. So it's the education piece of what what is good food, what is a bad food, those types of things, but also teaching them general fitness exercise routines. Many of our athletes maybe practice their sport once a week, but maybe outside of that, they don't necessarily practice those healthy habits or fitness habits outside of that. So we want to give them those tools. Give them the tools to learn how to do proper push-ups, learn what cardiovascular exercise is, the importance of flexibility and strength training, all those pieces. So it becomes kind of a group fitness program where we run 8-week sessions and they do group fitness together, they learn these different aspects, we teach them some nutrition facts, and then we help them learn about new recipes, new healthy recipes that they can do on their own and that are easy to do.
Wow, that's great. That's a good amount of information for them to take with them. Just learning more about diet in general makes a big difference for the exercises and sports that they're going to be doing.
It does, and it's something that they can do together with their family, with family members. It's an inclusive activity, so that they're tracking goals, they're making goals together, they're holding each other accountable at home. So it's something that they can do as a family or as friends. That way they can, achieve goals together, but also learn together, and provides another opportunity for those who may not like sports. Maybe they're not really into sports and don't want to play a sport, but they maybe still want to get involved. Maybe they want to be more healthy, be more active. Team wellness is a way for them to do that.
That's great. Yeah. That's very good. Tell us how the kids get to the Special Olympics overall competition, and how does that work?
Yes, so when we provide competition opportunities both locally here in Ventura and in Santa Barbara, but also we attend competitions outside of our areas, which is some of the more funner opportunities for our athletes. So those transportations pieces are provided by us. Usually we do some type of busing arrangement, and we have different pickup locations. So we just sent a few athletes to Santa Clarita for a competition for softball. We had a bus pickup at Buena Lanes in Ventura. As long as our athletes can get to that one pickup location, we'll gather them all up. Our coaches are there. They'll take a bus down to where they need to go. They'll compete, and then they'll come back and bring them back to that location for pickup. So we provide those transportation opportunities. A lot of our families also love to drive and be a part of the competition as well. So we have a lot of carpools and things of that nature as well. But the competitions, I think, are the most fun part of what we do. It's that end goal for our athletes. They practice once a week, but it's all
this gives them something to strive
for. It's what it's leading up to. Exactly, it's what they're leading up to. So we have those local competitions and events, and then we have the higher level competitions and events provided by our chapter headquarters. Things like that. Those are like 2-day events where we get to spend the night somewhere and have that opportunity. It's almost like a slumber party type deal, where we're going and we're spending the night either at a hotel or in the dorms at a college, and we compete over 2 days, and then we come back. So it's like a little experience for them. That's
good. What about volunteer opportunities?
Yes, we're always looking for volunteers. I mean, the volunteers are the heart and soul of our organization. It's what really drives us and what really makes us allows us to do what we do. So we're always looking for coaches to coach any one of our sports. We're looking for coaches for team wellness programs. And then in addition to that, we're also looking for volunteers to just volunteer the day of our events. We can use anywhere between 50 to 100 volunteers on a day of event to help us with setup, breakdown, management of games, scorekeeping, whatever the case may be. There's always an opportunity to volunteer and get involved. And we also need volunteers to help within our office. Those are opportunities to do like management or planning or things like that. Event planning is a big part of what we do here, leading up to our events.
Good. And where could our viewers get more information on Special Olympics here?
Yes. So our office is located in Ventura on Market Street. Our phone number is 805-650-7717. That's our main office line. They can get in contact with anyone there in the office to find out more information about either volunteering or participating in Special Olympics as an athlete, or just however they can get involved.
And what about your website too?
Yes, so www.sosc.org/Ventura is our specific Ventura website. There's more information that can be found on that page. And I'm always available by email myself. tballaret@sosc.org is how to reach me. And That's, those are
we
just
just want to
ways.
get the kids involved any
We
way
do.
we can.
Any way we can, exactly.
Good.
Any way we can, whether
Terrific.
it's being involved as an athlete, being involved as a volunteer, being involved as a fan in the stand who just comes and cheers everyone on.
And that makes a big difference.
It makes a huge difference.
That's good.
Sometimes families can't make it out, especially for those that are coming from far away.
Right.
So the more we can pack those stands with people who are there just to cheer them on, the better they feel.
Just get involved in the Special Olympics. That's what we care about.
Exactly.
That's good. Well, thank you so much, Tim Ballaret, from the Special Olympics organization here in Ventura County and Santa Barbara County. Thank you for sharing and giving us more information on the organization.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura TV. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.